Hi everybody, I'm Scott Gerlach with Court Wealth Partners, and let's talk about free money. Just kidding. Let's talk about Microsoft ESPP, or the Employee Stock Purchase Plan. So I say free money because it's a great opportunity to get some free money from in the form of participating in the plan. So the way it works is on a quarterly basis at Microsoft, you have the opportunity to defer salary into a bucket, and at the conclusion of each quarter, Microsoft is going to take the deferred salary and look at the price of Microsoft either at the beginning of the period or at the end of the period, and purchase that stock with the salary that's deferred. Now, they're going to purchase the stock at a 10% discount. So you were getting, if a stock is worth $100, you're going to purchase it for $90. So that's where the free money comes in. Now, if you were to elect to sell the stock right away, or you use what's called a quick sale, you would pay ordinary taxes on the 10% or the discount that you receive. So in that sense, it's a pretty straightforward, easy transaction, and from a tax perspective, pretty straightforward if you elect to do the quick sale option. Now, the other option is if you want to hold on to the stock longer than right after vesting. There's what's called a qualifying disposition. So you'll need to hold on to the Microsoft stock for 2 years beyond grant date, so the initial date, and 1 year after the purchase date. So if you do that, you'll still owe ordinary income taxes on the discount amount, but the growth of that will all be taxed at your capital gain rate, your long-term capital gains rate, when you do decide to sell. So that's when it can be a benefit from a tax perspective, but it can be a little more complicated. So let's talk about strategy. Should you hold on to the stock, or should you utilize what's called the quick sale? So first thing I would encourage you to think about is if you were to receive a cash bonus, would you go out and buy Microsoft stock? Some might, but most probably wouldn't. And so looking at it from that perspective, think about what you could do with that cash. So first of all, recommend making sure your cash savings or emergency savings is at a level that's sufficient. Think about upcoming expenses you might have. This is where it helps to map out a cash flow and have an idea of money coming in and money coming out for the next couple of years or months anyways. And then finally, think about, are there other savings opportunities that you could use this cash to supplement the lost income? So are you taking advantage of the Mega Roth 401k? If you're eligible, are you deferring into the deferred compensation, 529 plans, IRAs, things like that? A lot of tax pickup through those savings vehicles that can be that you can use the cash proceeds from the ESPP to supplement that lost income. Now, if you want to hold on to the stock, a few things to think about. First is diversification. So think about your investment capital, your stocks and your bonds. Microsoft is obviously one company, one great company, but one company at that. A globally diversified portfolio of at least some stocks, will at least have 5,000 companies held. So, understanding where you are on that spectrum and make sure you're comfortable with that risk. Second, think about diversification from a more holistic perspective. So your investment capital, which we just discussed, and also your human capital. So your future earnings, your salary, your bonus, your unvested RSUs. Think about trying to separate those as much as possible. So if something were to happen through work or your job, your investment capital would be not as harmed it wouldn't be a one-to-one impact on your net worth. So in conclusion, the ESPP is a great way to make some additional money, lock in some free cash. It really, if your cash flow supports it and you kind of check off all the boxes we already talked about, then you should go ahead and take advantage of it. But if there's any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.